Illinois' positivity rate is the highest it has been since June. And today we saw the biggest number of new COVID-19 cases since March. Now Governor Pritzker is cracking down on businesses who will not enforce mask mandates and social distancing. It is Friday evening. Thanks for joining us. I'm Lauren Melendez. But the new rules are already meeting backlash from local businesses. We also have team coverage on this tonight, starting in Springfield, where Mike Militich breaks down the latest on the governor's new proposal. It is tonight's top story.
The vast majority of communities and business owners have done the right thing and followed the public health guidance. These rules will help ensure that the minority of people who refuse to act responsibly won't take our state backward.
Governor Pritzker says the rules will provide a common sense option to enforce the public health guidelines without moving straight to penalties. This would be a three-strike process. First, businesses would be educated about the public safety issues they could be liable for. The next offense would lead to a warning to voluntarily comply and have some or all patrons leave the establishment. Any business refusing to comply past that point could be charged with a Class A misdemeanor and face a fine of up to $2,500. But the state's business community isn't happy with the proposal.
It lacks focus and it lacks common sense. And frankly, it's a slap in the face to the retailers throughout this state who have sacrificed so much during this pandemic. And it's a slap in the face to their retail employees because it puts more of them at risk.
Rob Carr says businesses shouldn't be held accountable for the actions of others that they can't control. Meanwhile, the governor also signed a bill into law protecting retail workers from any form of abuse and assault while they enforce public health guidance. The law also adds 60 days paid disability for injured frontline workers whose recovery was hindered by the ongoing pandemic.
With simple actions, wearing a face covering, maintaining social distancing, limiting the numbers of people at gatherings, we all can save lives and protect those frontline workers at the same time.
Reporting in Springfield, Mike Militich, 25 News.
All right, Mike, thank you. Well, on top of struggling to pay employees and figuring out how to get customers in their doors, businesses now finding out they have to police their shoppers or they just can't come in. Andy Weber picks up our team coverage in Peoria as those shopkeepers react to this new rule.
Peoria businesses say they're stuck between a rock and a hard place, either face fines or lose customers that don't want to comply.
It leaves me in an awkward position. I'm not a police officer, but I'm the manager of a store, but now I have to tell someone at the door that they can't let a customer in because of the fact they're not wearing a mask.
David Quinn, manager of Home Shoes in Peoria, says the vast majority of his customers wear masks in the store. However, he's still not comfortable with the idea of turning some away.
99+% of the people coming in are wearing a mask. Just a few haven't been wearing it, but now I have to stop people at the door and say, go get a mask. I could be losing a customer by stopping them.
And you know what? We're not in any place to tell people to do one thing or the other as it is. Like, we're just struggling to stay afloat. So that's a little bit unfair.
Jade Wagenbach owns Bella Me, a boutique shop in Junction City. Her take is the same as Quinn's. She can't afford any more restrictions.
We can use all the help that we can get. We've been sort of closed and hit from every single angle.
And with police already having other responsibilities, Quinn's not sure this mandate will actually be enforced.
If the state wants to make that a mandate, go and create a law. Don't create a guideline, because all it is really is a guideline. Until it's an actual law, I really should not be enforcing it at all.
Reporting in Peoria, Andy Weber, 25 News.